2014 was a year of much change and growth for the Hocking Hills Tea Party Patriots. Rather than simply responding to the most heated battle at the moment on the political landscape, we regrouped, polished our weapons, and reformed our lines. We were then able to advance and march on more effectively than before. We prayerfully proceeded with a long-term vision for the Hocking Hills Tea Party Patriots, reflecting our heart's desire, which is to stay true to the passion that birthed our movement and promote those Tea Party principles and values to the public. As fellow Americans gain knowledge and inspiration through our grassroots movement and then go forth and act on those principles, we have truly succeeded in accomplishing our goals, even if some of those Americans choose not to officially associate with a Tea Party group. We believe as we attempt to keep that pure heart before the Lord, He will guide us and bless our patriotic work, because we do not focus solely on what our organization needs, but rather what our community, state, and nation needs. Maintaining that mindset and staying diligent in prayer will help us to avoid the pitfalls of many other politically minded organizations that seem to exist for the sole purpose of their own preservation, instead of the preservation of our nation and ultimately our freedoms. This past year, we were welcomed to a new host church that quickly felt like home to us. We also established a board of directors, which now meets monthly. The board sets our group's policies, oversees our finances, organizes and plans ahead for meetings, events, and other public outreach. The board consists of leaders who deeply love our country, have a heart for God, and a strong desire to see our nation restored to its founding principles. The board is also able to establish committees, and last year set up a committee to help organize our booth and prepare for fairs, festivals, and similar outreaches. The board also put ongoing funding mechanisms in place through gun raffles and official membership dues and monthly donations, with a desire of ultimately having a storefront location in Logan where we can promote the concepts of freedom and liberty to the public via books, DVDs, and other materials. At our meetings, we learned more about the communist threat that still exists within our nation, continued to learn about the importance of the Second Amendment, and had a surprise speaker from the National Gun Rights Association. We learned more about Ohio's Constitution and Ohio's judges, and we were inspired and informed by guest speakers on the Black Robe Regiment and the threat of radical Islam. We had a local candidate as a guest speaker, and we enjoyed fellowship at a picnic and our post-election dinner. We continue to encourage local government meeting attendance by our members. We concluded the year with a new membership drive. Regarding political action this past year, the Tea Party movement worked hard to get liberty-minded Ohioans to run for office in last year's spring primary. 2 of our board members ran for Republican Central Committee. Although they were not elected, much was learned about the campaign process, and the incumbents were not left unchallenged. Another board member was appointed to the County Board of Elections. Still more members and like-minded patriots ran for or were appointed to Republican Party Central Committee. Some of these principled Central Committee members were then elected to the Republican Executive Committee. This effort aligns with the desire of Tea Party principled Republicans to see the Republican Party restored to its platform. In addition to our work in the primary, a political action committee was formed to have an impact in the general election. The Hocking Hills Liberty PAC shared information with the public on 3 candidates and attempted to educate the public on political action committees and the people's voice in our election process. All 3 candidates were elected to the offices for which they ran. Further political action included the sharing on and encouraging the support for specific pieces of legislation such as the Heartbeat Bill, repeal of Common Core, and the No Foreign Laws for American Courts legislation. Our Tea Party online presence grew substantially last year. Our Facebook page now has over 1,070 likes. Recently, we had a reach of over 7,000 people through our social media. We have a YouTube, Twitter, and Pinterest accounts. Our website was redesigned last year. The ability to allow purchases online is now available to us, which assists us greatly in our raffle ticket sales. We have been told by some members of other Tea Party groups that they check our website for updates on a regular basis. We added a Facebook PAC page and a website, and an outreach Facebook page to Perry County. Regarding our educational efforts and outreach to the public, we saw a long-desired dream come true through the Institute on the Constitution classes, which our members attended, and then several took the training to become teachers. The first IOTC class taught by 2 of our members was completed over the holidays and has already borne much fruit. For another year, hundreds of pocket constitutions were distributed on Constitution Day to every 8th grader at the middle school, and as usual was very well received. Also, due to our ability to recruit more volunteers and purchase a new and much bigger gazebo, we were able to expand our booth outreach and set up several times at the Rockbridge Flea Market last summer and fall. With the bigger gazebo, we had a double space at the Washboard Festival this year, with much more room for displaying items. While we were at the festival, we once again distributed many flags to the public on Flag Day. And of course, we had our booth set up at the Arts and Crafts Building during the Hocking County Fair, and once again feel that we had the best looking booth set up there. In an effort to be more effective in our educational outreach to the public, some of our leaders attended events on Common Core and on school financing. Our last official outreach to the public for 2014 was issuing a press release which encouraged our members and the general public to show support of our police, fire, and emergency personnel over the holidays by stopping to express thanks and sharing some holiday treats with them. We are pleased to sometimes have the opportunity to network with others. We attempted to assist or promote other liberty or like-minded events and organizations. Examples being educational and inspirational efforts by our host church, Cornerstone Baptist, such as their Restore America event, and Mike Peruka of the Institute on the Constitution speaking at Ebenezer Baptist. We promoted and attended David Barton of Wall Builders when he was in Urbana, Ohio. Some of our members helped with the National Day of Prayer. We also worked with the Ohio Liberty Coalition by organizing and overseeing their registration process for both their Reload for Liberty and the Patriots Are Coming events. We began working with other like-minded patriots from the Circleville region and beyond on best practices and how we can be more effective in elections and other freedom efforts. Looking ahead for 2015, this year looks to be shaping up to be a great year. From the Fellowship of the IOTC class, a committee for planning a Liberty Camp for kids this summer has already begun. The Liberty Camp will be a community effort and may incorporate help from other Tea Party groups as well. In addition, one of our IOTC instructors has been invited to be part of creating an IOTC course on Ohio's Constitution. This course can then be utilized statewide to educate the public on the great state constitution that we have. We will continue also to emphasize the things that unite us as Americans regarding our heritage and our God-given rights. The Hocking Hills Liberty PAC will look for candidates for mayor, school board, etc., who might best uphold the principles of limited government, free markets, and fiscal responsibility, and once again create a newsletter to inform the public about these candidates and other relevant issues. We will work to continue to grow our membership, offer educational topics at our meetings, and inform attendees on important legislation or political action they might be willing to take. This summer, our group will turn 5 years old. Much has happened in the past 5 years, and it seems to have gone so fast. However, we have gained some experience and figured a few things out along the way. So in those famous words we declare, we have not yet begun to fight. Therefore, let us rely on divine providence as our founders did, and seek His will in all we do. May He grant us His wisdom in our undertakings and unite us for His work in restoring our nation.